David, living within artificially induced dreams, genuinely believes in the reality of his past experiences. The same is true for many people's present lives. No matter how adamant people are that the images, voices, or feelings they interact with are real, these are only copies existing in the mind. In other words, imaginary copies of things they can never actually reach. Our own situation is very like that of the character in the film. Everything in the world we live in is under the control of God, and every tiny detail has been created as part of a test. Someone who knows that throughout his life God creates all the events he sees, all the sounds he hears as images in his brain, will submit to God, the Creator of us all, the infinitely compassionate and merciful, rather than falling victim to fear, empty despair, and panic. In one verse, God reveals, "If God helps you, no one can vanquish you. If he forsakes you, who can help you after that?" So the believers should put their trust in God. Another film on this subject is The 13th Floor. Los Angeles, 1999, the 13th floor of a business block. Hannon Fuller and his colleague Douglas Hall have created a very special computer program. Those who enter the program will find themselves in the Los Angeles of 1937, and all the information required about it will be transmitted to their brains. One day, Douglas Hall is connected to the simulator and finds himself in this fascinating world under a new identity. It is 1937, and in that virtual world he is a bank cashier named John Ferguson. In reality, his body is lying connected to a simulator in 1999. Everything in this world Douglas Hall has joined is exceptionally realistic. Cars, people, clothing, everything in short, bear the hallmarks of 1937. Yet not one of these images is real. They are all images in Douglas Hall's brain, formed by electrical signals from the outside. Modern technology allows people to experience feelings produced by artificial signals as if they were real. By means of special gloves, people can feel that they are stroking a non-existent cat, shaking hands with a non-existent person, or touching a virtual object. A most important conclusion may be drawn from this. The existence of an outside world is not necessary for us to feel that what we experience is real. Aston is one of the characters living in 1937. One day he reads a letter that he should not be reading, written by the creator of the program, Hannon Fuller. And he learns the great truth. He has spent his life in a virtual world. Aston is furious. He immediately goes to Douglas Hall and demands to be told the truth.
When I first read it, I thought it was a gag. The world's a sham, fat chance. But I'm not stupid, Mr. Hall. And all that stuff about going to the ends of the earth.
What stuff about the ends of the earth?
I did exactly what the letter said. I chose a place that I'd never go to. I tried to drive to Tucson. I figured, what the hell? Never been to the countryside. And I took that car out on the highway. I was going over 50 through that desert. After a while, I was the only car on the road. It was just me and the heat and the dust. And I did exactly what that letter said. Don't follow any road signs and don't stop for anything. Not even barricades. But Just when I should have been getting closer to the city, something wasn't right. There was no movement, no life. Everything was still and quiet. And then I got out of the car. And what I saw scared me to the depths of my miserable soul. It was true. It was all a sham. It ain't real.
Why would Fowler write to me about the limitations of the simulation? I know the limitations.
I'm asking the questions now. I want to know why. And now I want you to show me what is real. Is this real? Is that real blood?
The fact is, though, that neither the pain and fear felt by Douglas Hall, nor the blood flowing from his leg prove that the world he lives in is real. That is because his feelings, and even the blood running down his leg, are merely perception. As the film progresses, we encounter a striking fact. The lives these people imagine to be real are actually part of the simulation. In other words, they are not living in 1999 at all, but in 2024. The characters are connected to a simulator within the simulator, and live lives that all have stunningly convincing similarities with reality in these successive virtual environments. This is like dreaming within a dream. Although there is no material reality in a dream, one may still experience the most realistic-seeming emotions, and may even imagine that one has actually woken up. How can you prove that you are not dreaming at this very moment? What makes real life different from our dreams? How can we prove we are not dreaming at this very moment? In fact, we perceive what we call real life identically as we do our dreams. Both happen in our minds. This is the main cause of the inconsistencies regarding the real world and dreams. Until we wake up, it is impossible to realize that what we see is an illusion. This important point is emphasized in these terms in the Matrix.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world? This can't be.
Be what? Be real?
In the film Vanilla Sky, David tells his friend Sophia the effect a dream had on him.
I had a horrible dream. I went downstairs to the car, and my friend had followed me there. She was upset. I don't know. You know, I got in the car, and she drove off a bridge.
I thought you were going straight to work.
But I survived. With my arm and my face reconstructed. And what's worse, I can't wake up.
On close consideration, similar subjects are being dealt with in The Matrix, The 13th Floor, and Vanilla Sky. The worlds inhabited by their characters are actually a simulator environment, and nothing in them is real. There is no need here for eyes with which to see, or ears with which to hear. Thanks to the information loaded into his mind, a person can feel himself in a very different time and place. This is no different to our dreams.